Rhodes University has an ambition which is articulated in our institutional development plan. And that ambition is to distinguish ourselves as a premier destination for postgraduate education. Whilst the National Development Plan of the country has a target of 25% of all students enrolled at universities, we here at Rhodes University have decided that we want the postgraduate student population to make at least 35% of our student population. Today we are excited to be hosting the inaugural Rhodes University Nelson Mandela Postgraduate Funding Fair. This fair was actually the brainchild of the Rhodes University SRC, who, through their postgraduate rep on the SRC, came to us and asked that we invite funders onto campus. The reason they were asking for this is because we know that funding often emerges as the single biggest constraint for entry into postgraduate education.
So the funding fair was an idea that I had to kind of meet a need that I saw. I met with the DVC Innovation and Research quite early on in the year to discuss my year plans as the SRC Postgraduate Affairs Councillor, and I saw that this was quite a prevalent need within the community that we needed, and I brought up the idea and she said, great, let's run with it, and we made it happen.
I want to tell you guys about my journey of becoming like a PhD candidate, okay? Because I know maybe some of you guys are doing your honors and you're probably wondering, but how do you want to go about it, okay? So basically, since undergrad, I had known that I wanted to enroll for postgrad studies, all right? And then, we're coming from very small rural areas in the Eastern Cape, and I'm Tata, but I didn't know how to go about it, okay? So, and then I came across the NRF funding, and then just like any other student, I just applied for the funding and just went for it. I was just applying. I didn't hope they would take me because remember, I'm from a very small town and I'm not really exposed to such. Okay, so I then applied for the NRF funding, and then came the year after I finished my degree, and then I was like, Aibo, I'm seeing my name on the list of the people that have been accepted, and I'm like, so these people, they trust me so much with their money and they see potential in my research. I was like, okay, so this is possible. And then I took it up front, I didn't hesitate, went ahead and enrolled for honors with the NRF funding.
Funding for undergrad is very easy. NSFAS, I mean, you just need to be poor and they give you money. So it was easy. I had NSFAS, so life was nice. After honors, that's when I realized, actually, I love African politics. I love teaching, I love African politics, but I know that I can't be an academic without doing my master's. Like anyone else, the only option that we know of the most is NRF. So I applied for NRF, got rejected, but still I did my master's. 2020, as I'm waiting for my results, I started doing my PhD at Rhodes University. So they have a program where you do pre-doc, where you actually learn about the field, because I was now moving from politics to higher education studies. My March experience for 2020 is not about COVID. I got a letter for a resubmission. So my master's came back, and one reviewer gave me 71, the other was like, I will not even give a mark on this thing. In my office, I've got a printed version of an email from Professor Suma Kena, who is the coordinator of my PhD funding. I wrote an email and told them, I need to do my master's again for 6 months, and that means I can't do this PhD anymore. And I am heavily pregnant, and there's COVID. So what do I need to do? She sent me examples of many people in their PhD journey who got resubmissions. The articles they have published ever since then, the books they have published, the positions that they are holding, and her last line was, "We will wait for you."
So it's really wonderful that postgraduate students from Nelson Mandela University can meet their counterparts at Rhodes University. We have this year 3,000 postgraduate students that are registered at the university, and we really want to increase this cohort of students. But we know that funding is the number one barrier, and it's really wonderful to be able to collaborate with a university in the Eastern Cape and invite funders and provide access to postgraduate students to engage with these funders on funding opportunities. And so our message to students today have been to make use of this opportunity, to apply for funding when the call is open, and to submit good applications.
Well, I feel like the fair is quite informative, and I feel like it's a very nice gesture and opportunity for us students to learn more about our funding, considering the fact that most of us come from underdeveloped backgrounds, and we don't have the necessary resources or even how to find out and know the available fundings that we can take in order to achieve our desired studies.
This fair opened a lot of knowledge to me, because I found about a lot of fundings. For example, the international funding, where you, as a PhD student, you can go further, broaden your knowledge outside the country.
It's been a wonderful opportunity for us. We've had wonderful support from our own office, our research office, our colleagues at Nelson Mandela University, as well as our Department of Communications and Advancement. A true collaborative effort that we hope is going to unlock postgraduate futures.